Now, back to racing on Taal Lake. Are you guys ready? When the 5-minute countdown flags go down and the horn goes off, boats race across the starting line. Race starts! The boats cross the start line. Sailboat racing means that boats have to go around the buoys or marks, with the fastest to finish while not getting into trouble will win the top 3 places. Races are usually multi-day events. We're aboard the photo boat, which is one of the marks, so we'll see the action up close as the boats race past us. Look at the smart cat go! It is leading the PY fleet. Here comes Maldita, the home built with 2 masts with skipper Roy and crew Joaquin. The double mast is a very old-timey style. However, this boat is surprisingly very fast and easier to handle than boats with more modern designed sails. Will Maldita overtake Smart Cat? We'll find out later. Here's the Pablo siblings racing on a topper. They only started sailing last summer and have already been winning. There goes the eldest, Jeremiah Pablo, on a topper, trying to beat the rest of the PY fleet. Will he outrace his siblings on the other topper? Hobie sailors also wear a harness on their hips, which sailors use to attach themselves to their hobie to help balance the cats for more efficient sailing. The hobies are going so fast, but they still have to circle Volcano Island. Then join us here to eventually finish at the Balay Isabel finish line. We're at the finish line now. All finishing boats get a horn to acknowledge their finish. Then the boats park on the beach of Balay Isabel for a well-deserved lunch. Running out of wind after racing is a bummer, but eventually all the boats come ashore. Racing looked wonderful today, but while the sailors dig into the delicious food at Balay Isabel, perhaps we can waylay some sailors to share their sailing experience. Capsizing means a boat falls over. Sailors are expected to get their boats back upright and resume sailing. We saw a Bravo capsize, but we also heard Maldita, the home-built boat, capsized for the first time. How is this safety issue addressed?
You have to understand, on the water, things go wrong. And when things go wrong, people can get hurt. And so you always have to be aware of that, whether you're competing or not. It's a strange situation, but I was in one yesterday where I was rounding a mark and Roy was in front of me. His boat fell over. In most cases, you'd probably just sort of pass him. In most other sports, right? That's a casualty of the sport, he'll be okay. But with us, because they're in the water, you have to stop and help. So I furled up my sails, I threw them a line. Another boat came before I was really able to help them. And so they took care of it, but it's required that you do that, and not really required. We sort of do it for everybody. It's part of our unwritten code. I mean, one of the winner for today was saved a couple of months ago out in Punta Fuego by a 8-year-old or a 10-year-old kid, and it happens, and we're happy to do it, and we should always be happy to accept being rescued. That's one of the more stubborn things about sailors. We don't like being rescued, but we should accept it and we should always provide it.
We were the champions of Round the Volcano from 2009, 2011, and 2012. We're also the current record holder for the Round the Volcano, which is now standing at 1 hour 45 minutes. At that time we were lucky because we had very good wind, maybe about 25 knots, gusting about 30. Yeah, so to beat the record, the wind should cooperate and to give you a chance to really sail the boat fast.
It was very hard. At the end of the race, our hands were really battered.
I guess we didn't really think about the race, but what we thought about was us surviving in those conditions. The waves were very high. The waves were actually slapping my body, so I was hitting wrecks all the time. And this guy is just pretty strong that he was able to hold out, hiking out. So was I. So it was very hard. So we drank a lot of water at that time also. We nearly capsized several times. We capsized 8 or 9 times. But he's a good skipper. We were able to recover those almost capsized situations.
It's the time together. Been sailing maybe together for the past, maybe 7 years already. So it's just good teamwork.
And
Yes.
and if I may add, we're also good friends. So because of that, outside the sailing community or outside sailing, we usually meet up, we talk, we invite someone for dinner. So I think we have a very good camaraderie.